here. You can do the same thing in the Senate to turn it around. Mr. Bob, appreciate you. We've been standing for a long time together. Bob and Joanne and so many of you here, a long time saying we need to turn this state back correctly to the right side. And you know, people have said a long time, well, you got to compromise, Wayne. You got to negotiate. You got to give a. Let me tell you, we have spent decade after decade in the government of the United States and in Texas going to the liberals saying, well, we got to come up and compromise a little. You got to give a little. Have you ever heard people say that once a politician gets elected, that then as a legislator, we need to learn, Mr. Rinaldi, which you have not done. You've stood the course, and most of them say, well, you've got to compromise a little. Let's go in the meeting. What can we give? No. We've spent the last 30, 40 years compromising to the left side until we got a commander-in-chief of these United States that is fully got battle plans and attack on the state of Texas. And he's coming after the state of Texas because that's all he needs. Understand, there's been, in the last few years, they finally figured out what Texas means. You know, Battleground Blue, that turned Texas to Battleground Texas. You know why that's there? They figured out they've got this number of states that have voted for the past quarter decade for the Democrats every single election. All right, so they don't have to campaign there. They started doing the math, which is very unusual for Democrats to actually sit down and do the math. They actually did the math, and somebody told them, some rhino Republican probably, told them that all they needed was one state with the 25 that they already had, and they'd have enough electoral college to get the presidency of these United States from now on. And guess what state that was they needed? Texas. Folks, there's another door they're trying to come in, and this is where I'm running for railroad commissioner, and railroad commissioner doesn't have a thing to do with the railroads. But let me tell you, not only do they try to turn Texas blue, but he also wants to do something, and that's turn Texas green. And while we're not looking through the Railroad Commission, there's the potential for them to stop oil, gas, and coal. Through the Endangered Species Act, they cut thousands of acres off of drilling. Do you know what the fiscal calamity to the budget of Texas would be? Ms. Fleming, that works for that, it's $24 billion the last biennium to the taxpayer going to the state of Texas. It's $179 billion every year to those that work, boys and girls, families in this state of Texas. And Mr. Obama wants to stop all of that and turn us into another California by turning us green. Folks, they're shooting at both doors for us. They're trying to come in through the top and through the bottom. But we have today, in this place, the example of what changes America. It ain't the politicians. It's God's people coming together finally and standing up and saying, enough's enough. And that's why I'm excited to be here. Today isn't about me or Sid or Rinaldi or any of us. It's about you. The citizens here today, look, there's a lot more y'all than is of us, right? Yep. You're the ones that are stepping forward and making the difference. It ain't us, it's you. And I want to thank you for taking the stand and having the courage to go out there and knock those doors, walk those neighborhoods, make those phone calls, do what it takes, put the bumper stickers on your car, whatever it takes. When other people laugh and say, you can't change this, you can't do it, no way you can make a difference in that. Folks, people can come together in this country. We have the opportunity as a capitalistic democracy that came together under capitalism, and we're a republic. We're not a democracy, we're a republic, and we need to regain those states' rights. One thing I've visited with Sid and I and others, that if you see fit and God sees fit to put a bunch of folks as statewide officials, understand, we have the opportunity for the first time I can remember to have all new statewide officials in the state. Instead of building our little pond, over here at the Ag Commission by itself, and over the Railroad Commission by itself, and over the Land Commission by itself, we need to come together and understand that we're under attack from Washington, D.C. to take away our state's rights. And we need to come together, Sid and us, and agree that we're going to get together and make a battle plan to defend the state of Texas against the onslaught of our Commander-in-Chief from the United States. You've been fortunate. There's good people here. I thank you for what you're doing. I thank you for allowing me to even be a part of what's happening in the state of Texas today. But right now, it's not about saving just the state of Texas. Literally, folks, our job is to save America. And the future for our children rests in this election that's coming up a week from Tuesday. And make sure that you continue doing what you're doing. Because what you're doing is making a great difference. And there's those of us that depend on you because we can't do it by ourselves. Bob mentioned, we've been outspent. We're going to be outspent. You're going to get stuff in the mail this week on me and Bob and Sid and all of us this week of stuff that if we actually believe that stuff, I wouldn't vote for me either. It's amazing. But thank you again for what you do, for Michelle for putting this together, Brad and all of you, everybody that put it together. See, I'll make somebody mad before I get out of here. God bless all of you. God bless America. God bless the greatest state in America, Texas. God save our children. Amen.